So I'm James Brooks. I live in Tampa, Florida. I'm a practicing vascular surgeon, and I have been for 8 years now here. When I first came to LedgerWay, it was before it became LedgerWay. I had the previous accountant that was here, and I was fairly satisfied with the work that he was doing. And honestly, whenever I found out there was going to be an acquisition, we were a little bit scared. My wife and I just trying to figure out, is this a business we're going to stay with? But pretty quickly after sitting down with Damien the first time, even in our first conversation, which was actually pretty lengthy, mostly because I had a lot of questions, but he took a lot of time answering those, and he answered them very well, and pretty quickly engendered his trust with me. And so I was actually pretty confident about the relationship that I was going to have with him in this new practice. After, Damien took over, and, the wonderful support staff that we have through the Tampa office, I've definitely had measurable growth, especially as relates to the way my entities are set up and the tax advantages that I was able to obtain through Damien and his team's expertise. I certainly can tell you that there's been growth over the past couple of years related to that. And also with overcoming any challenges, obviously, I have a couple of different business interests that are looked after by your office, and with respect to any, challenges with the taxes or losses, things like that, you guys have always known how to effectively manage it in a way that even if I'm experiencing a loss, can try to win as much as possible. And I've been very satisfied with that. And you guys have helped me get through some tough situations as well. I think when it comes to any kind of relationship, friendship, business, whatever it is, and particularly business, trust is a big one for me. And that's the one that is probably the most important. I think if you can't trust people, then I don't really see what the point of working with them is, because I think that leaves room for a bad relationship at the end of the day. I think the other thing is competence. I am very, my profession itself is very detail oriented, and it relies heavily on having data and having the right data, and getting things done correctly. No one's perfect, but I definitely think that what I've seen from Damien and the team, and again, going back to that first meeting with him, his level of expertise and competence in this, and managing the U.S. tax code, it's very, very evident. And so I think that also went hand in hand with his establishment of trust with me for between him and I. And so I've been very satisfied with those two things. The amount that we've put into paying for services with you guys, first of all, the rates have been very reasonable, and that does definitely free up a lot of time and brain power for us to go do things, to enjoy ourselves. And we love to travel, so we spend a decent amount of time traveling around the U.S. or even out of the country occasionally. We like to watch racing, Formula One racing in particular, so we try to go to those races when we can. We also we do enjoy food and wine a lot, so we like to travel to wine regions around the world. So we do try to make the best of our free time, and try to enjoy ourselves as much as we get time to do so.